Hey guys, Juan the Tiger here, and I'm bringing you the second race of the Tuner Car Cup. This is on Daytona, and if you haven't seen the first race, I'm going to put the annotation somewhere here right now. You can go check out that first race. So, as you saw at the end of the first race, I really was able to dominate the field by getting into the corners, and beating them in the corners. But it came into straightaways, any sort of long distance, flat-out racing, I was going to get my butt kicked. And Daytona has a lot of flat-out, just full throttle action. And my nemesis from the last race is that S2000 in front of me, and he's my nemesis this race. And there comes a point in the fourth lap where I should say, I just sort of lost focus for one corner, and it cost me the race. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when it gets there. It's ridiculous. So sometimes if you're gonna play the underdog like I'm doing right now, you're gonna have to pay attention, with what you're doing all the time. And even what's cool is even the AI makes mistakes. I was able to actually in the fourth lap, you'll see, I'm actually able to take a corner or take the lead back from his name is Barrett. I'm calling him Michael Barrett. So Michael went and messed up one of the turns, and the AI actually seems to mess that turn up every time. So sort of like a given that he's gonna mess it up, and they go in and take it from him. But what I want to talk about right now is a couple of things. One of them is routines. I don't know about you guys, but I like having routines. It makes everything easier because it's just a routine. You don't really think about it, you just do it. But recently my routines have been thrown out of whack. I don't know why, I don't know where it came from, but somehow, I used to record commentaries at night and post them in the morning. Well, right now I'm recording them sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, posting them in the evening, sometimes the next night, the next morning. It's so weird. I don't know. I don't know. I just need some sort of structure in my life, and my winter break is coming to an end. And with that will come more structure. School is, I know people bitch about school, but I love school. It brings me so much structure. It brings me a to-do list. It's just it's like a full-time job. It really is, and it's one that I like. I really do. Some people hate their jobs. Like, I don't like my part-time job. I'm finding that out right now. I think I liked it better when I was working for a goal, which was to get to Europe. A bunch of friends and I, we had planned to go to Europe this coming May and June for a month, right? And so I was saving my tips up, everything was getting saved up. And then there came a point sometime mid last semester where I had to spend money on books and tuition and a parking pass, and so the money, the $1,200 to $1,500 some I had saved up was eaten up. I spent like $800 last semester. Oh, and supplies and toner from my printer, and one thing after another. And the next thing I know, my European savings account fund is like dwindled down to nothing. And then after that, my car broke down a couple times. Really easy fixes like a starter and a battery, and now I need new tires, brake. The rotors are a little warped, and don't get me started on, rotors and stuff in just sort of third-party brands you can buy from like any auto parts store. Sometimes the quality is just not as good as, say, Toyota. So I drive a Toyota. So I don't know how I got off that little tangent about routines and such, but oh yeah, so school brings me a routine. I like school. It really is. It's enjoyable, and so it's nice to have that routine. And so winter break is about to end. On the 24th I go back to school, and that'll be nice, but I'm dreading that because I've got, like I said, tuition to pay for. I got books, another parking pass because we buy them every semester. Some people can buy them like a yearly thing, but not for me. It's semester by semester, and mine are, I think last semester was $294 for a parking pass. I know it's expensive, and what's great is my books aren't expensive. They're usually just like novels or anything you can find in a Barnes and Noble. But the problem is that we have to buy so many of them. I think about like 6 books for one class last semester, and then they were all little paperback books. Things like Tim O'Brien's The Things It Carried, or Louisa May Alcott's Hospital Sketches, things like that. You know, just little tiny novels. Yeah, so that's the only downer about starting a new semester is you have to spend a lot of money, and you know, eventually I'll have to buy new ink, and yeah, oh, man, it's just, you know, it's crazy. I told my girlfriend and I were talking about, we seem to both love that, you know, beginning of the semester, you know, where you go and you go to Staples and you buy new stuff. Like, you don't need new pens, but it's a new semester, so you get new pens because it's the new semester, you know, things like that. So we were both like, okay, we're gonna totally make a date and go to Staples, and oh my gosh, yeah, we're big nerds like that, but it's cool. It's cool. It's kind of funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, something else I want to talk about. Okay, so for you guys who have been watching the channel with any sort of regularity, you've noticed that I've attempted to get into other adventures, other Let's Play, or into Let's Plays. You know, I had the Spider-Man one, I have the Assassin's Creed one. You know, I haven't played Need for Speed in a long time because I just, you know, I just don't like the game. It's like a fun game to play every now and again, but it's not something I can totally get into. I don't know what it is about the game. It's the controls mainly, or what kills me. It's just, it's too numb. Anyways, the downfall of the Let's Plays came about because I was cleaning out my hard drive, because I literally at one point had like a gigabyte left of memory on my computer's hard drive because I was saving all these videos onto my hard drive. And so, oh, here's that turn I was talking about. He broke hard, and so I'm taking him on the inside, and this is the turn. The very next turn. I don't know what I think I was looking at my mini map, or I don't know what the hell I was doing, and and then yeah, I went and did this. Yeah, into the race for me. But yeah, I was cleaning up my hard drive, and what happened is I deleted a lot of things that I didn't think I needed, and a lot of audio files, and I very cleverly named some of my audio files like Live or Gran Turismo 5. You know, I name it very generically because I use it. I take the files and I use it right now, and I don't worry about going, you know, and archiving in this stuff because it's on YouTube, and if it gets lost, whatever gets lost, and it's not really anything I'm going to archive. But what happened is I deleted my audio because I recorded the entire game of the first level, Craven level of Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, and I deleted it. And so I have the gameplay, but I have no audio, and I don't remember what I was talking about, and I did it live, and so it would be weird to go back and do like a commentary over it, you know, because I had done it live. So I still have that. It's still in on my external hard drive. I got actually, here's a cool thing. I got an external hard drive. It's a terabyte. It's like $150, which is not bad. But it makes sense because it's huge. That's what she said. But so right now I actually found out that you can save from an HDPVR right onto an external hard drive. I did this game doing that, and there's no lag. There's nothing. And where it gets really hard is when I have to put it on my computer. When I use it in, say, Premiere Pro, I actually need to take the file, put it on my desktop, because it won't play properly. It's got lag in it then, but recording is just fine. So if you guys have HD PVRs and you're curious about, like, well, how do I save, you know, my desktop space, just capture it right into an external hard drive, and then when you want to edit it, well, iMovie copies it over, so I can take an MP4 and copy that over, and it works just fine. But if you're going to use the M2T file, MT2, anyways, the raw file, the HD file, you'll have to put it on your desktop and then go from there, which, you know, it's sort of a learning thing for me, since, you know, photography is not new to me, but video editing is somewhat new to me. Well, somewhat. I mean, this sort of HD video is, but yeah, so anyways, I'm going to try to get back on the Let's Plays. If you want me to get back on the Let's Plays, just leave me a comment or something. You know, I'm more than happy with just doing Black Ops and GT5, because those two games are the ones that I play with regularity. I really, you know, very rarely will I pop in Spider-Man unless I'm just totally hating the internet and I need to play something that doesn't require the internet. And Assassin's Creed I actually haven't picked up in like a week right now. I just left it. And, oh, I need to do, okay, so I've got like a to-do list that's miles long right now. Because I got a couple videos for the Button Mashers I want to put out, a video for Fragazine that I want to put out, on the Huppet community video that I've got an idea for that I want to put out. So, again, I'm sort of overstretching myself when it comes to the amount of time I do, because I really only do one video a day. You know, I've never sat down to crank out like 3 or 4 videos for different channels, you know. Okay, so let's see. That was my my race. I was less than a second behind S2000, even though I decided to run off the road. And when you play second, you don't get as much money. What's this? Yeah, 19.5. I think right now, Michael, was it, what did I call him? Michael Barrett and I are tied for first place because I was last race, and now I played second. So, anyways, guys, I'll show you guys the next video in the next couple of days. So, talk to you guys later.